Well, doggy, see, me pig.
I had to wake up to that every morning. Whew. You just sound you know what? You sound like your family. Just never had sex with anybody outside of the family.
What? Me or just if you do that?
When you do that. When you do that.
Me pig.
You know what? You're reminding me of the mountain people.
Oh yeah. The hill people.
The hill people.
With the offset eyes and the drool.
Yeah.
That's right, the hill people. What was that movie? The Hills Have Eyes, right? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
I have seen that one. That one.
Really? So you don't watch scary movies, but you went and watched The Hills Have Eyes, huh?
Well, there was a small point in the early 2000s where trying to impress or not seem like a pussy, I had to watch things. Like I saw the Texas Chainsaw remake with Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually,
I saw
a good one, I think. I think that's the good one, right?
That one's not bad. That one's pretty good. I mean, she's looking good in that tank top. Awful close to be running away.
Is that the one at the end where he's like chasing the car and he's got
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where they pick up the chick and she's got the gun hidden.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
That was pretty good. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it starts or it ends like it starts. They pick up that chick who's just all and then, kills herself. And then she gets picked up at the end.
I think you're just not in the right mood when you go to watch scary movies. Like I'm not going to say every time that I watch a scary movie, I'm in the mood. I'll get out of it at that point. I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. I need something more funny or something right now. But
no,
in the mood, let's go.
No, I'm never in the mood for it. I'm telling you, there was just a point in the early 2000s, obviously being in high school, having girlfriends, going over to parties or going out on dates where we would go see a scary movie, and I hated every second of it. So yeah, so I've seen that. I looked up early 2000s or 2000s horror movies to see which ones I've seen. Like 28 Days Later, I've seen that one. Ugh.
Devil's Rejects, you saw, right?
Devil's Rejects, The Ring, I've seen, which awful, horrible time.
You know, The Ring is considered like the scariest movie.
Oh, it's awful. And I've seen
ever.
the whole thing. That first part of the movie where the first chick is found in the closet and her face, that's burned into my brain. And I hate it. I'll never not be able to have that horrible image.
She just recently took another, like a picture with that movie prop and her like mimicking the face too.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, the girl who played the actor or whatever.
It's giving me goosebumps right now. I hate it.
I'm going to be honest with you. Ringo's scary, but I mean, not my top for sure. There's other movies out there, dude, that really get you.
Well, I think The Ring is more suspenseful too.
Yeah.
It's a suspenseful movie. The Hills Have Eyes. I've seen that one, unfortunately. Awful. Yeah. Let's see. What other ones? Man. Scary Movie. I've seen that one. Even that one gets me. Like I'll be like, oh god, even that one's kind of scary. Silent Hill. I have seen that one.
Silent Hill. That one's based off the video game, right?
Video game, and yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
Mm-hmm.
What's The Mist? I've seen The Mist.
The Mist. That's the one. What they are? They're all in the shopping mall, right?
Yeah, and then is it Silent Hill is where they die, and then like they're driving in the fog, right?
That's not sure if I've seen Silent Hill.
Have not seen The Grudge.
The Mist was like,
Yeah.
You know what movie was like really weird right from the beginning? And I'm not sure if I've seen the entirety of this one or like bits and pieces. The Happening. Is that Wahlberg?
That's Wahlberg. Yeah. Yeah.
Where people just they just snap and they drive their car off the
something
like that concept to me was like, whoa,
wasn't that M. Night Shyamalan? He had a bunch of things there. Can I be honest? I'm really starting to not be a fan of Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
He just seems like he's a dick. And I don't know. And he's not a good actor. I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg is not a good actor. Okay. He's not. Well, hold on.
He's got some good movies. There's some good movies out there with Wahlberg in it where I'm like, come on, Sniper or Shooter. I'm sorry.
You know, the movies where he's the best is when he plays kind of a brash character, like The Departed. The Departed Mark's good because he gets to be a jerk from Boston. That's what he is. So he plays that perfectly. Anyway.
Yeah, like what's the one with him and Will Ferrell?
The other guys.
The other guys.
But see, like there,
Kind of a dick in that movie too.
he's the dick in that movie throughout the movie, and Will Ferrell carries the comedic chops on that one. So I'm not saying F you, Mark Wahlberg. It's just the more I like learn and like just kind of how he is, it's like, all right, relax, buddy. Relax, Marky Mark.
And your burgers are overrated.
Your big thing was Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and your underwear ads in the 90s. Let's calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to our scary movies. Long story short, what I'm saying is I've never wanted to see any of these movies. I just had to do it because I went out on a date. We were at some party, boys.
You're looking for the jump scare that you can, so the girl that's next to you hops up. Ah!
Exactly. Hops on something, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, jeez, man.
What's
the scariest movie you've ever seen?
I would probably say The Strangers or Strangers. You know what I'm talking about? It's got Liv Tyler, The Strangers, and that was 2008. Liv Tyler and Ben Affleck, isn't it? In that one?
I don't know if I recall that one.
So, no, Liv Tyler. Who's it? Oh, Glenn Howerton's in that. I didn't know that. But anyway, it's where those three people come in to the family's house and terrorizes them and lives. I don't want to spoil it, but like, I'm sorry, that just to me was awful. It was awful.
The Shining sits for me, and there was an older movie I watched. I don't know why I'm thinking of this right now. It's called Jacob's Ladder. But it's a real psyche movie.
Jeepers Creepers messed me up pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. See, like that one is almost like
now looking
too fake. Like it's like
right now when you see the guys like prosthetics now, you're like, all right. You know what I mean? But as a kid growing up in the country and watching that movie, it was scary. It was very scary.
There's a movie on Netflix where there's two of them. It's Creep and Creep 2. So her and I, we enjoy scary movies for some reason. We like to throw them on once in a while.
Yeah.
Dude, I got through 20 minutes of this Creep movie because everybody on Reddit was raving about it. If you want a scary movie, you got to watch Creep.
Check this out. Yeah.
No.
Ruin
too
your
much.
days.
It's about a guy. He was a creep, and he has some guy come film him because he's dying or something, blah, blah, blah.
You told me about
dude, it's so uncomfortable. Like, it's not scary. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Where the guy starts to say stuff and you're just like, get me out of here.
Right.
Like, why is this guy still sticking around filming this guy? Yeah. Like,
I can do scary movies that aren't I don't want to do it. But if I had to pick, if it was based on real life, because so here, David just messaged, he said Jeepers Creepers is based on a true story based out of Coldwater, Michigan.
What? Coldwater, Michigan?
That's not far. I mean,
it's not far at all. And that's a true story.
Anything in Michigan is, I mean, we could.
What?
Hold on. I got to look this up.
David, I had no idea.
Hold on. We're going to look into this. Real quick. Jeepers Creepers, Coldwater, Michigan. Jeepers Creepers.
I mean, hey, that's something you should know before you watch that movie, especially being from around here.
Did a 1990 Michigan murder inspire the Jeepers Creepers?
Wow.
Why are we doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? No, there's the guy up on the roof. Jeepers Creepers.
Okay, well, that makes it a little bit more scary.
Yeah, the 2001
actually happened. That adds to it.
Is the hell was that? Was that your cat? Jesus, dude, what the hell was that? No, I just heard a was that your cat?
No, there's no cat around. I swear.
I'm not doing this. I don't care. I'm sure
you get all sketched out. That's why I
heard something terrifying. It just,
you know what? You were the one jumping on her lap during the scare.
Exactly, yeah.
Hold me.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Long story short, I don't want to see any scary movie. All the ones I've seen have been begrudgingly, and they shouldn't be made. They're awful. The scariest movie that should be made is Scary Movie. All right, that's what it is.
Okay, just give me one here. Okay, you and I, this October, they're coming out with a Friday the 13th movie that is POV. So it's the movie through Jason's eyes. Come on, it's never been done. I don't think.
Great,
you got to go see that.
No, absolutely no.
But imagine it's through the mask. You see the whole movie through the Jason mask. Come on.
Very simple. No, a million times no. All right, I'm not doing it.
No.
Not doing it. You take your sick wife with you. All right, you two. You go do your little scary movie thing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. No, thank you. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm
What
gonna
are you gonna do when your daughter wants to go to a
tell you what,
scary movie?
Ernest Scared Stupid is the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Hey, dude, there were parts of that movie as a kid.
Yeah, scary. All right, good enough.
Troll.
Ew. Booger lips, the most terrifying horror movie.
Booger
character ever.
lips.
Ew.
He had big googly eyes. I tell you guys, he was scary.
Oh, guys. Jesus. I love it. So good. Ernest Scared Stupid, scariest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we got to keep things moving here, folks. Don't forget we are streaming. Get in on the fun. We'll be on there for the next hour or so. Right now it's time for your morning dump. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-77
77.
or visit pumpthatseptic.com. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, because you're gonna have to pump your septic after watching a scary movie, apparently. He's holding his neck so his brain doesn't go down.
Dervin, I need you. Anyway, pumpthatseptic.com. Hit them up. So this story for me comes on the heels of the recent Oscars, more notably John Cena going out on stage about as naked as you can be. If you haven't seen it, I believe your wife DVR'd that, so you could go over to Hunter's house and
Just
watch.
let that go. As soon as I saw that, I knew it was gonna be. Yeah,
the multiple copies that Hunter's wife has of John Cena almost completely naked on stage.
one of those black and white posters of it in her bedroom.
She's got it on Blu-ray. She's got it on Laserdisc. She's got it on VHS, DVD.
Why John Cena? Why John Cena?
Just yoked, naked.
God.
Anyway, so in People Magazine's 50th anniversary edition, Matthew McConaughey, one of the many stars on the cover, in an interview, he tells the magazine, and I'll bring this all together, that after 30 years in Hollywood, he's learned there is an initiation process when you first get there. He says people give you some advice, but the initiation is figuring most of it out on your own. Sure, the guy has an Oscar, but who can look at him without thinking that maybe there's something there? So he kind of said it without saying it. And a lot of people, rumblings on the internet, were saying that John Cena's initiation, his welcoming, because he's done some acting, but to really let him behind, getting him to the Eyes Wide Shut-esque party, in my mind, was him having to go out basically naked on stage at the Oscars as a way to say, you do this, we'll let you behind the red doors. You know what I mean?
You know, there's been so many years of me. I want to know what the government's hiding. It's always kind of the big one. The government. Dude, what the F is going on in Hollywood?
Dude,
let's start with Hollywood. How about that? All of these cults, these initiations, these seances, whatever, they're walking out in the woods in hooded clothing. What is going on?
Dude, and not to mention, I'm not joking about it, but the apparent sex trafficking or whatever the hell is going on.
What?
Dude, like every year, and I think more of us, Corey Haim, right?
Is it Nickelodeon thing that everybody's talking
Nickelodeon
about?
thing with Dan, what's his face? Dan Diddler.
Anywhere. It's everywhere in Hollywood. What is going on?
Yeah. And do they have stuff on these people that want to become famous? Like John Cena doesn't need anything.
No,
like
you wouldn't think.
But is it such an elite crew? Is there
what's the carrot on the other side?
Right.
You know, fame and money, and because some of these initiations are these things that are happening that we're starting to find out about. I would be like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna go stock some shelves for a while.
Yeah.
And not do that.
Another one they're saying too is like for guys, like wearing like dresses, like having to wear dress, like either in a film or like
one back in the day.
Yeah.
Who was it? They were gonna make Chris Tucker, was it? I think it was Chris Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about it. I'm pretty sure it's Chris Tucker. And he was like, absolutely not.
No,
I'm not doing that. And they were like, well, if you don't do that, then this.
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And I think he was like, no, F you. I'm not doing it.
And then look what happened to him. Trouble with the IRS.
Yeah.
I mean, that might have just not been him paying taxes, but either way, though,
It's just what?
it's creepy. It's weird. It's creepy. And the more I read into it, I'm like, and again, I just brought up quickly there. Diddy, look what's going on with him.
Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
What's going on? You know, and good, because if you think about it, back in the day, you couldn't see even really behind the scenes stuff. Like there was such a mystery to Hollywood.
Yep.
It was like a group of its own. It was a thing of its own. You could go to the video store and check out what they're doing. But it was always kind of up on a pedestal. Now, with cameras everywhere and social media and
it's
people posting,
it's gross.
It's like everything is exposed, and you're starting to see stuff, and people are starting to come to light because now everything is exposed, and they feel comfortable talking about it.
Yeah,
it's weird, man.
Yeah, it's kind of Hollywood's got an ick vibe to it.
Like for instance, when you were growing up, there was a part of me, dude. I was like, I want to be an actor. I think everybody kind of has that in them. Like, I want to be just like blah blah blah.
Yeah, I want to be
now. I mean, I get it. I'm getting older and starting to realize other things, but just the stuff that you find out about it in the process of living, you're like, no, I'm glad I didn't pursue that.
You look at like some of these megastars too. I don't even like Tom Cruise, John Travolta. I'm trying to think of these like they don't even seem like real people at this point. Like they've just been so they're so convoluted from the famousness.
And that it's everybody.
Like I don't know, probably not. Probably not. There's still good eggs out there, I'm sure, but
a few leaders of SAG are running this whole thing.
I really feel like there's like certain famous celebrities at this upper level that have not had like their own. They don't know who they are anymore. They haven't had an original thought in decades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird.
Scary, man. It's I feel for anybody, especially after watching the Nickelodeon one recently. I'm just like, dude, Nickelodeon. That's not supposed to happen.
No, it's dark.
And then you start like realizing, like, oh my God, even the logo, the foot fetish thing, just like, wow, right in your face.
Creepy.
You know,
creepy.
It is.
You know what the initiation process is for the Plan B morning show, right?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him that. It's too.
If everybody wants to do it, you have to tuck your genitals like Buffalo Bob. And
could you have picked something cool?
No,
like anything. Like
you have to tuck your genitals, a la Silence of the Lambs, and stand in front of
other things you could have made up that would have been just like, oh yeah, that's cool. I want to be a
around
part of that.
Dance around in a Komodo. All right.
That's why you and I will be doing the show together and solo for the rest of our lives, because nobody's tucking.
Would you do me? I'd do me. Anyway, that's our initiation. It's very weird. It's very, very weird.
Oh God.
Lastly, let's move on from creepy Hollywood. This is hilarious to me, and I wish I would have known this before I threw away all of my riches from my family's trip out west to the Dakotas. Apparently, fool's gold could be worth something, possibly. Now, hear me out. We all remember that little container that we got on that grass field trip, or when you went with mom and dad on that road trip out west.
Dude, we used to find it at the house all the time.
Look at this, Mom. I got gold. I'm rich. Gold. Yeah. Like an old-timey prospector. So a fool's gold is a yellow metal pyrite, and researchers say that it might become valuable because it contains lithium, an important element in the quest for greener energy. Right? Researchers examined 15 rock samples, and they discovered lithium in pyrite minerals in the shale. Nice. If fool's gold is worth something in the future, that's exciting news for the Appalachian Basin, where pyrite is commonly found, or anybody who goes to a wampum shop on a family road trip. You know what I mean? Now,
I remember the very first piece I found of fool's gold, and I 100% thought it was gold. And I was young, and there was a thought in my brain of I get to get everything I want for Christmas. That's the first thing I thought of. I get the Power Wheel. I get the My Pal 2. I'm going to get it all. Because dude, the one I found was a nug. It was a big golden nug. And we're rich.
That kid on blank checks got nothing on me.
On this. And then my brother found another piece, like kind of right by it. And we were just, I remember us being up in arms, man. Yes. We got on our knees. Thank you, God.
like some 1870s train robbery. Like, oh, give us all your go.
You know what? My parents didn't tell me right off the bat. I think they let it ride for a second because we were so excited, and I took it to school. And I think my teacher is the one who called me out. And I was like, no. My mom and my dad said it's gold, and I like argued with her.
Your parents did you dirty on that one.
They did dirty on that one.
Oh, Hunter, you should take your gold to show and tell. Everyone's gonna love it. You're on the bus. You're like, bye, mom and dad. This is great. Laughing.
I remember I didn't show like certain people because I thought Ryan was gonna steal it.
That's God.
I kept my backpack. Oh my God, I remember that.
I mean, my fool's gold is not that embarrassing, but I bought some on a family road trip when we were out west. Yeah. When we went to saw like the Mount Rushmore and the plains and everything.
Yes, he also got a spider in like a glass thing. You know,
see all the fun stuff. All the fun stuff. I got a rubber band pistol, and I got my fool's gold. I got the little bow and arrow. Cowboy hat,
and maybe a dream catcher, depending on how much money.
Of course, you get the dream with the wolf on it. Anything you can buy at the wampum shop, I got. But no, I legit was like, I got gold. This is amazing. It was a little glass container on that little key, like the ball chain or a lanyard. Oh my God,
classic.
Thought I was rich.
Excuse me, where's the fool's gold? Over there next to the rain sticks. The rain sticks.
See, go down the aisle of moccasins. Okay, you're gonna turn right at the rain sticks.
This store is really neat. It's a neat store.
Everything. It's right next to the T-shirts with the bald eagles on it.
Yes,
right that one. Yes. Oh my God, I love it. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna be rich, Hunter. If I can find that fool's gold.
Hey man, e-cars are a thing, man. Lithium batteries are huge now.
Yukon Cornelius is going to be rolling in his grave, man. Gold! Anyway, that is your morning. That is your morning dump. We'll be back.
So stupid.
There we go. All right. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Stacy. I think David was saying Pee-wee's Big Adventure was a scary movie. I mean, there was some scary parts in there. Good morning, Michelle. Morning, Scott. And David, I am going to look into that Jeepers Creepers thing a little bit more. I like Sam's answer. Yeah. Did you see Sam's?
Yeah.
The real reason Brock doesn't like horror movies is because guys like him always get killed
first. It is so true. We've brought that up before.
The douchebag frat boy with the pop collar.
Brock's the guy in the beginning of the movie with the Letterman's jacket on, really loud, drunk, and trying to get laid right off. But hey, granted, we need you because you were the first boob scene. Thank you.
Me and my slutty college girlfriend are having sex in the back of the car,
or in the tent outside somewhere. You
guys get to see some boobies. You're welcome. All right.
You are that guy. You're like the perfect role.
That guy, first one.
Perfect role cast.
Yeah,
that guy. We're using that guy. He's perfect. He's loud.
Yeah,
he's got nice hair.
This is what you see. She puts her head up. What was that? Nothing. And then
what was that?
And then nothing. Get back down there. And then right through my head,
right to the mouth. That's so true. I can picture it.
It's true. I'm that guy.
You're the guy.
God, that's funny, dude. That is so funny.
Every movie.
Damn it.
That's funny.
Sam, you figured me out. What can I say? Yeah. Let's see. Michael said Keanu Reeves is still normal, but you know what? It's so hard for him to be too. You know what I mean? Like Keanu Reeves, but He's just, it's like, I don't know. He's got to be a recluse.
Yeah,
for
I
God's
feel like
sake.
Keanu Reeves doesn't I don't know. I feel like he stays outside of that bubble.
He's got to. I think
He's
you have.
riding the subway. You
Yeah.
know, he's not getting catered to earlier. He probably is, but
But even then, people like shine a light on it and make it seem weird, you know? I don't know.
yeah.
All righty. Good morning. 7:36. It's Brock. It's Hunter.
Morning.
We are having some fun on the stream. Son of Sam figured me out. He knows why I don't like scary movies, and that's because I'm the type of guy that always gets killed right away. And
Absolutely.
if you go watch the stream, you'll see why. You'll see why. You
Absolutely.
rewatch that.
Brock's the guy in the Letterman's jacket at the beginning of the movie who's really loud. He's supplying all the booze to the party.
Right.
You know, he's the jock that dies first.
Yeah, I pull up if it's the early 2000s. I pull up in those. What was those? Those really ugly looking Camaros. You remember that? Like
Right.
Camaros.
Right. Everybody in the room is like, oh, I don't know, it's that guy. Oh, it's that guy. But there's that one hot chick. Oh my God, he's so cute.
Yep.
But like we were explaining in the stream, thanks to Brock, we get to see boobs in the film. So
I bring a football and I throw it at the nerdy kid that's there, the one that ends up being the hero of the whole thing. But
yeah,
I
you're
throw
always kind of a bully too, a little bit. Like
I throw it at his face and hits him. Then you got the other girl, the heroine of the story. He's like, Jesse, you're such a jerk. And I'm like, oh, whatever.
And they go in the other room and start doing it.
Then you guys
I've
get to
seen
see
this movie.
You've seen it. You've seen it. I'm that guy. Anyway. All right. Enough of me being the jerk from every horror movie out there.
Yes.
It's time to get to your 7 a.m. sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweisers, other delicious drinks that can quench your thirst. Obviously, drink wiser with Bud Distributing and get stocked up, man.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, real quick, there are some basketball games tonight. NBA playoffs actually start. Playoffs. So, yes, Western Conference play-in tournament. Here we go. The Los Angeles Lakers going to be in New Orleans playing the Pelicans at 7:30. The Warriors going to be in Sacramento playing the Kings at 10 tonight. And I actually have an NBA story to follow that.
Basketball, Jones.
NBA playoffs, like I said, are here tonight. Like I said, the games, blah, blah, blah. Warriors will be playing the Kings, blah, blah, blah. Let's move ahead. There are 20 teams still alive with a chance to win the 2024 title. Celtics are the favorites to win after finishing the regular season with the best record of 64-18. The defending champions, the Nugs, the Denver Nugs, man, they're next. They're the second runners-up to be believed to win this. After that, it's a big drop-off to the LA Clippers, Milwaukee Bucks, and then the Thunder. Bucks are still in it. But apparently what they're saying here is it's Denver and the Celtics are like the two main teams right there, and then everybody else is kind of down here. But it, like I said, just like the NFL, just like any other professional sport, like when things are on the line, all of a sudden people start playing.
Yeah.
That's why we're coasting the entire season, and then here you are.
Sorry, I just cannot get into it. I know I'm not a big
too many games
basketball, but it's too many games, and also, you're right. The playoffs are the only time we see like hard defense, and I would rather see a shorter season where people play harder. Yeah,
I will say last year I watched some of the NBA playoffs, actually a lot of it, and I was pleasantly surprised of the defense being played. It's like playoff time, stance. It's like, oh, they start playing defense. And then you start getting those like college-esque games where the score's not like 175 to 160.
Right.
You know, it's starting to come down to like 110, you know, where people are actually defending each other.
Right.
It's just why it's fun to watch. NBA playoffs are fun to watch. So there you go. If you're into that sort of thing, it's happening tonight, man. So kick off.
Basketball, Jones.
Play-in tournament. All right, last story here real quick because I want to get to this. This is interesting. This is a pro football story. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice and SMU cornerback Teddy Knox face a $1 million lawsuit for injuries sustained during a 6-car crash that occurred when Rice and Knox were street racing in Dallas in a Corvette and a Lamborghini. The victims filing the lawsuit allegedly suffered trauma to the brain, lacerations to the face requiring stitches, multiple contusions throughout the body, disfigurement. What? Internal bleeding. It keeps going. in other internal external injuries that may only be fully revealed over the course of medical treatment. Wow. Rice also faces 8 felony charges and a potential team and league discipline.
Dude,
well, yeah, something's going to happen in the league for
like,
sure.
Like out of the league.
So
this happened during the season, didn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
It doesn't say here. I couldn't tell you that for certain, but yeah, street racing, man, especially, in a Corvette and a Lamborghini. You know what? Traction control was turned off on both of them. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
People just think they can get in like a V12, a V10, and just absolutely pedal to the metal, and you think you're gonna know how to counter steer. It doesn't end right. Just because you have a bunch of money, doesn't mean you know how to drive a Lambo. All right.
Yeah, just because you can afford it doesn't mean you know how to drive it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they obviously something happened within the drag race and they went into a crowd of people, right?
I'm guessing. Yeah. This is the severity of it, which is just so stupid. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend and be holier than thou. I just come on, man. You got the world by the short and curlies. You're a professional athlete. Why would you throw it all away on something stupid like that?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say here they were intoxicated, but come on. Chances are, I'm not going to put that on them. It probably would say, I guess, but like you're right. It's hard for us to put ourselves in the situation because we don't have the millions of dollars in a Lamborghini sitting right there.
Yeah, it's easy for us to sit and be like, why would you do that? We're not young, millionaire athletes, professional athletes.
Yeah, you just got to be careful though, man. Yep. It's like the more money you make, the more opportunities that present themselves. And sometimes those opportunities aren't the greatest decisions to be made. And
I did dumb decisions as a broke white kid in the Midwest.
Now imagine you could have done anything you wanted to because you were rich. Like,
yeah, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good.
So Rashee Rice, wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. I guess I don't know Rice that much. Is he?
He's fairly new to the league. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the cornerback, SMU cornerback, Teddy Knox. So who knows? But I guess we'll probably get more information on what's going to happen with these guys, but doesn't look good, man.
Does not look good.
When other people get injured.
Yep.
So there you go, man. That's basically what I had this morning.
You have not touched.
Oh, yes. One more thing.
Yep.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. Not that I'm that into the WNBA, but obviously everyone is talking about this. Junior Caitlin Clark, also recent WNBA or NCAA women's college basketball champion.
She's been selected with the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever. The former Iowa star became a household name, obviously, blah, blah, blah. But I think everybody knew that she was going to go to the Fever. If the Fever had the number 1 pick, who are you going to pick? Caitlin Clark, of course. So, yeah, you still feel like she should have stayed in college?
Absolutely, I do. I think I get it. You get to go to the pros. That's awesome. But they didn't. No, they did win. They won this year.
No, or did they? No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Right? They lost.
No, they didn't win. Yeah, they lost. They lost by
okay. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. So she didn't win the championship. That's 2 now in a row that they've missed out on. She's leaving. Yes, the all-time point scorer, amazing athlete, whatever. But you got 1 more year. You could still make money in college now with the NIL deals. You got more time to practice your craft. Solidify yourself undoubtedly. No, because if you played another season, no one would ever touch the scoring record, the all-time scoring record. So you could do that. Also,
right now, nobody's going to touch it. I mean, it took 50 years for somebody to beat Pistol Pete's record. I mean,
right. And now I don't think it's smart. I really don't. I think you get 1 more year in. And I know people say, well, you get injured in college. You could also get injured in the pros. All right. And also too, you're going to play now even better athletes when you could have more time to just hone your skills, get better. I don't know. I don't understand.
I disagree. I think you go to the WNBA. You take the money. That's what, in my opinion, you just take the money.
Not even that much money. Did you see how little she's getting paid?
It's got to be more than what she's getting at Iowa, though.
I think her senior year doing that, I bet you she could clear pretty close. It was a 4-year deal for like $230-something thousand.
Oh man, yeah.
And it's going to be hard. I'm sorry. Again, I know it's the WNBA.
And listen to this though; it's her lifelong dream.
Great,
awesome. Like right there, I could go right now.
Right. I know she talked about it. Like I've been dreaming of this since I was 2, and
you know what? It's like. It's like when you turn 15 and your parents buy you your first car, and you still have a year left. You can't drive it; it just sits there.
Yeah,
it's like, God, I want to drive it. I want to play in the WNBA. Come on.
I guess this is where I'm at. Like, and it's easy to say again from where we're sitting right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I would be, I guess, disappointed. Like if my daughter had a chance, get a college degree, finish out. You know what I mean? I'd be like, "What? Stay? I'd stay one more year."
I mean, unless she's going to become like a doctor or anything. Let's be honest.
Okay,
what are those degrees doing?
What about this? What if she blows out her knee? A lot of people go to school for 7 years. Yeah, they're called doctors. I mean, again, you could do what ifs all day. But what if she kind of falls flat, or what if she gets injured? Well, now what? She doesn't have a college degree. She missed out on a chance to get a NCAA championship. I don't know. I just think it's rough.
Washed up Uncle Rico.
Yeah, right there. Could be. Or she could be amazing and get a ring, a WNBA championship.
Yeah, think about that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, but hey, she's going to the WNBA, so she's playing for the Indiana Fever.
Mike messaged us and said, pretty sure she was a senior. I don't think she was. Was Caitlin?
No, I thought she had a year left too.
Clark, senior.
I thought she was a junior. We could be wrong. I didn't. It's not like I looked this up. Not like I was just hanging out with her.
I thought she had one more year.
Thought that was in one.
Iowa senior. Okay, so I was wrong on that. So she is a senior. Well, then the point is moot. I thought she was a junior. So anyway, yeah. All right, then fine. Go it.
Well, that was a complete waste of 10 minutes.
It was a complete waste. Wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway.
Information we probably should have known before we ran it on that.
Never mind, everybody.
Never mind.
Never mind.
The point was void. Anyway.
Anything else we could be completely wrong about?
Wrong on?
Can we talk about Michael Phelps' swimming speed again? My God.
25 miles an hour. Jesus. Yeah, this is Plan B Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
And why do we do, Hunter, why do we do 2 sports segments?
Because it's so bad. Bill wants us to do it.
So we're just here to embarrass ourselves?
It's just a bad joke. It really is.
Unbelievable. She's an effing senior. We've talked about this multiple times.
I know.
Anyway.
You feel like a moron.
Moron.
Damn it.
Anyway. Well, if she was a junior, that's what I'd recommend. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right, that's good. All right. Anything else, or should we move on?
No, let's get out of here before we do anything else wrong.
Sports brought to you. Your wrong sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back.
Good God. That's funny. What do you expect?
God damn it. Let's see.
What's the topic?
Good morning, Amanda. If you were given, you get paired with 100 random humans. If you're better than all of them at something, you get $1 billion. What are you choosing?
Well, one more time. The first part of that.
So you get paired with 100 random humans.
Mm-hmm.
If you're better than all of them at something, you get $1 billion. On Corbett. First of all, good morning, Corbett. I hope you're saying you wake up to us every morning and not something else. I appreciate it. But he said lithium batteries are going to be a thing of the past once graphene batteries come out. Do you know anything about graphene batteries, Hunter?
Is that the one that is it the Japanese or the Chinese came out with? There is a battery that I was reading about that it's literally like the AA that they made is a one-time deal. Put it in your remote, never have to think about it again. Lithium is going to be surpassed at some point.
We don't even have lithium figured out yet.
I know. Dude, it's going to be 20 years. It's going to be Iron Man. You're gonna put that thing that glows into your chest, dude. It's gonna be everything around you gets powered.
I'm gonna put it in my balls.
Jesus.
Are your balls going?
You know what? I already have some inside. Remember, I swallowed all those batteries as a kid.
That's right. You were Iron Man before this.
Right.
Right. Robert Downey Jr. wasn't the original Iron Man.
That's where they got it from. It's good. Yeah. I have power. No, you just swallowed 9 watch batteries. You don't have the power. We're gonna give you a laxative because you need to poop those out immediately.
Immediately. Hold on. Have a great day as well, David. Thanks for checking in. Brian said you're just mad because you can't even slam dunk on your Fisher Price. Bitch, I'll put that thing on high. Put that thing on high and I dunk in it.
And it falls down on your head.
Oh, now Alan said, I think because of COVID, she has 1 more year. So she maybe has 1 more year of eligibility.
Oh.
Maybe that's what it is. Anyway.
What's going on?
We were still wildly wrong on that, Hunter. So anyway, good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
What's up? Good morning.
Don't forget we're streaming. Join us. We'll be on there for the next 10 minutes, whatever we decide to do. Something like that. Right now, though, we got to get to your topic of the day. This one's kind of a thinker, and this is my stinker. Anyway, you get paired with 100 random humans. If you're better than all of them at something, you get $1 billion. What are you choosing? So
this is tough.
It is tough. It is tough. Yeah.
I've really been racking my brain on this. Here's the thing with me is I feel like I'm generally pretty good at a lot of things.
You're a master of none, if you will.
Master of none. Yeah. I'm not like,
Nope.
Pretty good at a lot of things, but just not the best in one. I'm trying to think. So 100 people. So you got to think about this. What generally are you good at that if you looked around in the group, like at a wedding or something, like, no, you're better than everybody there.
Yep.
The only one I can really think of, and I still might not be better than 100 people at this, but throwing a football.
Hey, after watching Matt Damon and Ben Affleck embarrassingly throw a football, grown men that should have some semblance of an arm, I don't think that's terribly off.
I think that's going to be like, if I want the billion and I'm like, okay, I got my skills. What are my skills? Blah, blah, blah. That's one I can think of. I spent a lot of time figuring out how to throw that football back.
Now, I think you need to be a little more specific.
And I think there are a lot of limp wrists out there that just can't really get that flick at the end,
Technically anyone can throw it. Now, if you, like a spiral into a tire at like 20 yards. That might be
you got 30 seconds to put as many as you can through that tire. I think I got 100 people in that.
Yeah. I don't think you're
random people.
Well, think about this too. I mean, think about the already small number of football players, even smaller number of quarterbacks, even smaller number of decent quarterbacks, even smaller number of elite. You know what I mean?
Which kind of makes me a little weary about it. You can throw a football, and you're right here, the person I'm directly talking to.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in that random 100? That's the thing.
Right.
Out of like a random 100, I don't think there's going to be too many QBs in there.
It's kind of our friendship is kind of an anomaly, and our upbringing, I think, is similar. So there it has that. Similar. But you're right. I think you'd be safe to say that, you could Uncle Rico a bunch of those people.
Like yesterday, you said golf, but then I'm starting to think about these random old guys or even young people, whoever, that just absolutely out of the woodworks.
So that was going to be my other one for you is if we're going to like
secretly phenomenal at golf,
but very not a lot. And if you had like, look, I can chip this onto the green, but then also too, you have my wife who is surprisingly good for someone who never golfs, just naturally does it. You know what I mean?
Naturally good.
You could get screwed on that one. You could get. I think what you'd have to look at is consistency. You'd be like, I could hit 10 balls onto that green, and that might be the difference.
See, my luck would be like, all right, we're doing golf, and then Bryson would be in one of those 100. I'm like,
damn it! Oh, damn it!
The football one, like Brett Favre would show up. I'm like, dude, what?
Damn it! I like yours. For me, I think playing guitar. I think like playing a full song on guitar. I think that would be a safe bet. I think that would. I think
Out
that
of
would.
100 people, there's definitely going to be somebody in that 100 who can play a guitar. Can you play it better than them? Is a question.
That's what I'm saying. I think I could, and I am far and away from Eddie Van Halen.
You know, Slash over here,
but I think most people, if you look at it, I could play a guitar better.
In general, out of 100 people,
100 people. I mean, because you look at your group of friends. How many people do you know that
play guitar?
Right. Because I'm thinking of a couple off the top of my head.
You, a few family members. But that's about it.
But enough to play.
Not like a song or anything, I don't think. I
write a song, or even like a full song, maybe play a song and sing. Again, I'm not saying I'm up there front man in it, but I could do that probably. I think better.
I think an instrument's a good answer for this, and I'm almost saying if you have a rare instrument that you can play. So like for me, the didgeridoo, I can wail on a didge for some reason,
and that's a hard thing to play. Most people can't do that. The other one I was going to say, I can't play it well, but I can at least make a good noise and play some notes on a saxophone.
All right.
You know what I mean? I bet you most people can't do that. I don't know though.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Some answers you got.
Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot of answers on here. I don't know if they're any good answers. So you get paired with 100 random humans. If you're better than all of them at something, you get $1 billion. Let's see. Michael said civil rights law. Is he a lawyer?
Yeah, possibly.
Knowing the law.
Hey, if I was in that, take it.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that. And I don't think a lot of people do. I'm sure why lawyers are a thing, right?
Yeah, right. Sometimes I'm like, you just make that up, right?
Right.
You know all those laws.
Well,
Rick said anything cannabis. Mr. Fun Guy. That's true. That's true.
That's true.
He could probably break down.
See, that's sketchy though, because there's a lot of people getting into the business now. There's a lot. Hey, especially before it was legal, there are probably a lot of people out there that know a lot about it that you don't know about because they don't want you to know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like Walter White. He didn't want anybody to know who Walter White was.
No one knew.
Heisenberg.
Let's see. Tim said it's been over 20 years, but I'll bet I can outdrive 100 random people in a Bradley fighting vehicle. Do you know what that is?
A Bradley fighting vehicle?
Is that like a military thing? I don't know what it is, so I'm out. I probably couldn't do it.
Type that in. What's a Bradley fighting vehicle?
Add into that while I'm looking this up. What about driving a stick shift? That might be a safe bet.
Yeah, especially now, only like 31% of the population knows how to drive a stick.
Right. It's like a tank. A Bradley fighting vehicle is like.
Yeah, Bradley. Dog. Yeah, the tank.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. For sure, you'd probably be able to beat out 100 people. That's a niche skill right there. Let's see. Lisa said, I'll sing. If it's 100 singers, no, but a random 100 people, yeah. Yeah, singing. Like if you can carry a tune, that's probably something.
It's a tough question. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. I'm looking around. What do I do? What do I do that I could beat everybody in? And it's like, man, there's always somebody out there. I was always taught young, like from coaches and other people would be like, you know what? As much as you practice, there's always going to be somebody out there that's better.
My dad loved the saying, when you're not practicing, what the hell?
She says mini golf.
Mini golf?
No, there's so many people out there that are good at mini golf.
Well, it's mini golf, Amanda. Anyone.
Right.
My daughter got it in the hole playing mini golf. All right.
That's true. That's very true.
Well, what I was saying, my dad has a saying that he loves, and he always used to say it when we were younger. When you're not practicing, someone somewhere is, and when you meet, they will win. Yep. And that's kind of the mindset, which is it's kind of crazy, like I got to practice all the time. It's just saying though that there's always probably going to be someone better, more than likely. It
always motivated me back in the day.
Yeah. Lucas had a good answer. He said grinding welds flat perfectly. How about just welding? God, if you know how to weld, you'd probably be all
that's
right.
good welding for sure.
Or welding well, if you will.
Right.
You know, anybody can strike it probably, but if you can actually do a nice bead.
What about if you're an underwater welder?
Oh, there you go.
A marine welder or whatever they call it.
There you go. Forget about it.
You know? I think I could work 100 people in this racing simulator that's next to me. I'm serious. I think I got that thing figured out pretty well.
What about, hey, Hunter, what about this one? Because Brett brought up snowboarding. Again,
Yeah, it depends on how good you are, man. If you're back flipping, doing all the McTwists and whatever.
I'd be honest. So out of 100 people, it might be a safe bet, to snowboard or ski.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people do that sport, but also a lot of people don't do that. More people don't, especially snowboarding. Snowboarding's a relatively new thing.
That might be a good one.
Yeah.
That might be a good one. But you also might get that random kid that's like 3'4" who does like triple backflips. And even when he lands on his head, it doesn't hurt because he's so small.
Yeah.
That's why I love snowboarding, but I stay on the ground because I'm like 6'3" and that fall is long.
I'm just going to take my time on it. I'm going to take no black diamonds.
A lot of whip when I fall. Wham!
Alan said, program my VHS recorder to tape a show later this week and set the clock. There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Specific.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I couldn't do it anymore. I don't even think I ever really could. I think the only thing I could do was hit, and we had to do this all the time from my mom, was hit play and record at the same time. And we do it right before Days of Our Lives came on.
We'd have to record the soaps too.
Yeah, the soaps. Look, now before noon, you need to hit play and record on this thing. All right, Mom, we'll do it.
It was that white tape on the front where you had to label it.
We'd always forget. We'd forget so many times. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Victor's doing. Anyway, yeah, like you said, it's a thinker of a question because, 100 people randomly.
Yeah.
What's something? What's something?
You're gonna pick something and you're gonna get like 100 of the athletes of the sport you chose. That's how it works out for me.
Or maybe not. There's how many? There's 7 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
A lot of people. There's a lot of things that people can do and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
know. I think it was a good topic, man. It was a good combo.
It's a thinker. Mm-hmm. It's a thinker. All right, we're gonna take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around. All right. Well, hey, David said, eating Taco Bell without shitting my pants. Boy, I can still do it. I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, well, hey, thanks everyone for hanging out. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. All right. Okay. Bye.